Yo, what's good, guys? I know it's not very often that I sit down in front of the camera and talk to you like this, so when I do, hopefully it's something productive. So for those of you who don't know, and for many of you who I'm sure you do, I have what is probably one of my biggest challenges and probably going to be my greatest performance, greatest endeavour to date, happening August 25th in London. It's called Not a Role Model. It's my one-man headline show, etc, etc. I'll explain more in a bit. The reason I'm making this video is because I put out on Snapchat that you guys should send me any questions you want to ask about the show if you are coming to the show. Even if you're not coming to the show, things that you would like to know. I've got quite a few questions, so it may take a little while longer, but if you want to hear the answers, then I'd appreciate you tuning in and staying for the whole duration of this video. Few things: if you haven't got tickets for the show and you're going to be in London August 25th, even if you're not going to be in London, some people are flying out from the States, some people may fly out from Ghana. I know everyone can't do that, it's expensive, but if you're in Manchester, Birmingham and all these cities around London, there's really no excuse. You got to support your boy, you know what I mean? But yeah, so make sure you get tickets. The link to that will be in the description. In terms of content around the show, I'm going to describe a bit more of that later as well, but just yesterday or 2 days ago, I actually released a poem which kind of gives people an idea of the theme and direction of what the show's going to be about and how I'm approaching it, the energy, stylistically, etc. It's called The Graveyard. The link for that will be in the description here, and if you listen to that and enjoy it, let me know, because I'm thinking about making a visual for it. If you enjoy it, I'd like to make a visual. Just let me know in the comments. All of you guys that have pre-ordered these Not a Role Model hats, can you see it? Is it clear? Not a Role Model hats, we're hoping to deliver them next week. This is kind of like, if you like these, you can get them in the link description. You know, I've never really been into merch because I find a lot of people make merch because they think people will buy it. But I want to make merch simply because it's something that I would wear. So in the past, I made merch because I thought it's popping, people like it, and I didn't really end up wearing it. But with this one, I think it's cool. And we got two colorways. We got pink, cool, suits me, and we got the black, which I hope suits me as well. But yeah, Not a Role Model hats. You can get them in the link in the description. Okay, first question. Let me see. You know, with Snapchat, you don't always actually know what the questions are going to be, because I haven't opened them, innit? So the first question: how would you define a role model, and how do you feel when you're wrongly or rightly labelled as one? I like that question. What's your inspiration behind the title of the show? I feel like I'm just checking to see if any of the questions into link. I feel like I've got the same question. Oh, so cute, Sully, it suits you. That's me in a picture of my niece. So that's nothing to do with the actual show. But yeah, you know, I think the important question, which I actually got a lot on Facebook and Instagram as well, is why is it called Not a Role Model? A lot of people said, why is it called Not a Role Model? Why that title? I see you as my role model. I love the shit you do, etc, etc, etc. The main confusion I think people get from Not a Role Model, people assume it's a statement, which in a way it is if you're looking from the outside in. If you're looking from the inside out, for me, it's a reminder. So I want to go into a little story, monologue a bit. When my videos first started going viral, 2012, etc., the audience became so much bigger. There was a lot of pressure for people, for me personally, to create stuff for people who were listening. Prior to that, I just wrote whatever I wanted to, and however I felt about something, and just put it out there, and that resonated. After a while, as a year or 2 years go on, you become this figure, quote unquote, this role model that everybody starts to aspire to. And then you start to become cautious. Nothing wrong with that, but I started to become aware of shit that I shouldn't become aware. Like, I started to be kind of hesitant in my views, you know? Like, sometimes I'd want to tweet Black Lives Matter because I believe Black Lives Matter, but I'll be thinking maybe it's safer to say All Lives Matter because it fits more, it's less threatening, less intimidating. But I believe what I believe, and I can justify why I believe it. That's a different discussion from a different day. But I feel like, or I'd be worried about saying certain things. Like, I'd be worried about swearing. Like, I swear all the time, but it's like, because I was this role model figure, I started to adopt these things which were making me into, in a sense, a character. And I've always thrived on authenticity. I'm not a character, and I thought I got to a point where I was like, fuck it. You know, I was just like, I'm gonna be who I am, because that's what resonates with people, and I'm gonna say what I need to say, when it needs to be said, however I need to say it. I don't care who it upsets. I don't care what audience it appeals to and what audience it doesn't appeal to. Look, my story is where I come from, and that's what I'm trying to tell, you know. And in that sense, I said to myself, listen, you're not a role model. You're a person, you're a real person, and you're here to say real ideas. So that title is a constant reminder for me that when I'm doing this show, I'm going to be saying some real shit. I'm going to be saying things that resonate with me and things that are important and need to be said. So that title is a reminder to me of why I do what I do and what I'm trying to do with the Not a Role Model show. When is Not a Role Model coming to YouTube? That is a perfect question. For reasons that I can't explain and just for future goals, Not a Role Model is not going to be on YouTube anytime in the foreseeable future. I want you guys to come out and see it. And I understand for logistical reasons, some people can't come from different parts and different places of the world. Totally understandable. Hopefully one day we'll tour it. But if you're sitting there waiting for it to be on YouTube, it's not going to be on YouTube anytime soon. I don't plan on putting it on YouTube as a whole show because it's something that, for what I'm trying to do, it will definitely translate into video because as a creative, that's what I create, but it's not going to be on YouTube. I really want to show it to people as many times as possible live, hopefully tour it, just logistically. I had to do it, and this is another question people ask, I had to do it specifically in London because what we're trying to do for this show is amazing, if I do say so myself, and ultimately it would be too expensive to do it outside of London and take it all over these different places at the same time. So we're just doing it in London. If you can get there, please get there. If not, if you're in Africa or somewhere, we're going to try and tour it, but it's not going to be on YouTube. So if you're waiting for that, ticket link is in the description. Please, if you can't afford a ticket, you know me. Like I know what it's like not to be able to afford something. Hit me up. It's that real. You know what I mean? We'll sort something out. This is the written message. Will I ever be able to buy Not a Role Model on iTunes? The question was, will I ever be able to buy Not a Role Model on iTunes? Although Not a Role Model is a live experience, I may take some of the poems and put them together in a compilation and put them out on iTunes, and you can listen to them audibly. And then if you ever want to see it in the show, you know some of the poems already. I challenge you, Sully. No idea. Oh, see, I play Mario Kart on Snapchat, and I beat everybody, and I always snap it. That's me beating my cousin at the arcade. So this, every day he said he'd challenge me. I think the next one's a video, so let me just turn that up a bit.
I'll be able to come to your show. I really bought a ticket with Mel's name, so I told Mel to give to one of her friends or something. Put me placement 9 to 5 from the 8th of August.
Oh.
I'm so upset now. I can't even come down.
Michelle's saying she can't make it to my show. Really upset. That's all good. It's all good. Don't worry, man. God willing, there'll be another one if this works out. Sick guy. Another question. Insta. I can't follow your Insta, bro. Would you start vlogging your shows and trips so we can see what you get up to? So basically with vlogging, I don't have a passion for vlogging. I've tried it. I hate the editing process. And even when I was doing Sully Speaks, that was a bit difficult for me because I like writing my thoughts out in an artistic way and conveying them, or sitting here and conveying specific thoughts. I hate the idea of like having to vlog different steps all the time. And I've experimented with it here and there, but if it's going to be a consistent thing, hopefully the bigger my team gets, the more people can follow me around and the more we can collaborate. Kind of like the vlog I did recently, which is vlogging my journey to this show called Road to the Rock Tower. That's a series, and me and my friends are filming it together. So I'm not holding the camera so much, so hopefully that would suffice. But whether I'd ever be like a daily vlogger and stuff, because I travel a lot, I try to find a way to accommodate that. But Instagram is probably the best place to maybe see a picture with a little caption. I work on my photography because I like photography here and there, so my Instagram link's in the description as well. Sully, where did many of your songs on SoundCloud go? These are random questions. Revision Notes is a project I had on SoundCloud. Everyone keeps on asking me, where did it go? Revision Notes was basically titled Revision Notes because it was unmastered, unmixed, just rough copies of stuff that I'd wrote, and I put them on SoundCloud. Listened to it back, I didn't really like that they were so rough. I'm a bit of a perfectionist as an artist. Sorry, perfectionist. So essentially what I ended up doing was taking it off, but I'm going to refine it and hopefully put some of the stuff up later. Revision Notes. So my SoundCloud is available and people do listen to stuff on it, so check it out. Most stuff I drop on YouTube. I love your graveyard piece. Thank you. Let me just reply, because the good thing about Snapchat is I can reply while I'm reading. Okay, I didn't know a Q&A was so hard. I did one.